top of the rainbow, you all. This is your host, LaQueer, with the host of, with the host. I am the host, there we go, of Topics of Cancer, of course, a queer perspective, and this is just little tidbits of queer. You've tuned into a podcast where we talk about queer topics all the queer time. Why? Because we need to give you the bird's eye view of a Cancerian perspective of the world as we should. So let's go. So I was driving to work today, again, as usual, and I had this epiphany, right? I was, going through TikTok like I normally do to get some inspiration, to see what's going on with the world, because to me, TikTok is the only way that you can get the actual news that is inspiring, real or not. And anywho, I've came across, there's this book that's called The Relationship for Idiots or Dummies, but it's the relationship book, right? And I've been seeing it floating around, and I'm like, should I get it or should I not? Try to go to Z Labs to see if I can get it, and it's not there, so I have to buy it. And I was saying to myself, the world can benefit from this book because what it castrates, what it states is that basically it's not what you say, it is how you say it. And the majority of the time, if a person, and I know for myself, and I'm speaking for myself, where I need that constant consistency of feeling that I am loved, or let's back it up a bit. Having that reassurance, I'm not saying that I'm insecure, but there are times when I may say, you know what? Did I do something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? And it took some time, y'all. When I say it took some time because I set aside the facts of family, which we all know, because let me tell you this, and this is something that I believe will help you. Shit happens, right? And when shit happens, you have two options. You can get you some soap and water and wash it off, throw it down the drain, and just make sure you don't step in that shit again. Or you can just put some elbow grease in it, and if the stain won't come out, throw it away. Start anew. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. And the reason why I'm going to leave it at that is because anything that I say after that is unnecessary. Cut straight, right to printer. So take that as it may. And now I tell you this, anything that you say after that is utter bullshit. But the truth is, shit happens. It's inevitable. Things are going to happen, are going to come into your life, whether it be of omission or commission. However, at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to move forward or stay stagnant. Anyway, back to the whole drive here and the book. What I've learned is that, of course, family has a lot to do with it. I hashed that out. I understood that, I took the good with the bad, whatever, moved on. And then I realized in my relationships, it was the same. And we understand that there are some times when we will see consistency in a relationship of habits or habitual things that had happened from our past relationships that we look at as doomed. And there's sometimes people who are very boisterous about that, and some people who are not. And what I mean by that is there are people who would actually say, hey, you said something I didn't like, or why did you say that? Or they're questioning it. And it's all in the way that you say it, right? And in the response, okay? So if the response is something that is similar to what you have habitually been seeing throughout your life, of course, there's going to be that insecurity, because this is how I put it. If a person says to you, I love you, you're the most beautifulest person in the world, and then 2 minutes later, they say, you the dumbest, stupidest, how could you do something like that, you ugly, you understand what I'm saying? And it's just flip-flopping. You begin to develop this habit of misunderstanding or misquoting yourself because it's been so consistent within you that you say to yourself, how can this happen? I mean, every time when I believe or I let my guards down, I just get gut punched. So you develop this wall, protective barrier, if you will, where you have to consistently make sure before I roll down my window and make this order, I got everything right. And that is okay. You just, for those who are dealing with the partners who have this level of insecurity or have this level where they are consistently wanting reassurance, just do it. Eventually, not eventually, it will dissipate. And I say that because what they're looking at is the consistency of what it is that you're bringing to the consistency of what it is that they're bringing. You see? Don't question them. Why are you asking this? I told you a million times. What you're doing is just rehashing that habit that they're trying to stop. In actuality, what they're actually doing is asking for help. Is asking you to say, you know what, I know that I have a problem. I just want to make sure because I've been screwed over so many times, I'm not even sure if I'm sure. And you have that power. You have that key. You have the ability to advance your relationship with not only your partner, but yourself by reassuring to them that everything is A-okay and we're on our way. And I guarantee you, with that consistency that you're bringing to your partner, you're also bringing to yourself, which will help the relationship within you and others. It's nothing to just tell the person, baby, it is okay. Even every now and then say say something to them that's encouraging and enlightening. We live in a world today where of course we have to speak encouragement over ourselves, and that's a self thing. However, I'm just saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't take anything out of your day to say, baby, you know what? I just want to say you're great today. You know, it doesn't take anything out of your say, you know what, baby, you are so appreciative. You know what? I say that to my mother. I say that to my spouse. I say that to my sister. I say that to anybody I see today. You know what? I don't give a care if they opened up my door. And I was, you know what? I appreciate you. I thank you so much for that. Because you don't know what a person has gone through in their life. And that one word, that one sentence could be the catapult for them to be excellent and exuberant in everything that they're doing because they may have never heard a person speak so eloquently to them and gave them that opportunity to know, you know what, I am doing a difference. I am making a change. I am getting better. So for those who are in relationships with people who are always questioning their inadequacy within their relationship, who are always saying, babe, I love you, did I do something wrong? Don't get upset with them. Be happy, be joyful, because you know what they're doing? They're realizing that there's an issue, that they're having a struggle, and they're coming to you and they're at least open enough to speak about it because before they weren't able to, but now they're open enough and speaking that with you. And all you have to say is, baby, it's okay. Hug them, kiss them, show them that affection. And the thing about it is, if you cannot do that, that's another thing. Maybe it's something within yourself. Because let me tell you this, the partner that you with that triggers you the most is the one that is meant to be with you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because whatever is in you, that person who is going to make you better is going to draw it out of you so that you can enhance and be developed. Because when you are in a relationship, you are supposed to grow together and excel together. Going through the good, the bad, the ugly, the ups, the downs, being able to use everything that you quote unquote said that you're ready for. And it's now put to the test. You will be tested and tried numerous times with the person that is designed to be in your life. If you have never been tested in your relationship, if you have never been pulled to the brink of where you have to say, what the heck, if you haven't sat down and really thought to yourself, like, maybe it is me. Because, and this is what I came to the thing. It's not the thing about it. It's not the thing of, is it them or is it me? The question should be, is it me or is it me? And within that lies the answer to your relationship with yourself and with others. Because how you speak and how you treat yourself is a reflective of how you speak and how you're going to treat others. and a vice versa. So, as I say that, I say this today. If you are with, and even if you are that person that consistently asks your partner for reassurance, do not worry, my dear loved one, because you are doing what it is that's called healing and revealing. And those that are sick and tired of saying, I don't know what else to do, continuously do it. Don't get tired of it, because the day that you do, the day that they stop, is the day that it all ends. So consistently, just tell them, reassure them, because I'm telling you, if you stick through it, it's going to benefit both of you at the end. Well, that is my time today. I do thank you for listening to me and my little tidbits. Again, I am your host, The Queer. You have tuned in to the podcast Topics of Cancer, the queer perspective, where we talk about queer topics all the queer time. Why? Because we need to. Giving you the bird's eye view of the world from a Cancerian perspective, as it should be. So remember, be true, be you unapologetically. Until next time, all is well.